So long multiplication, one of my favourite things to start with a new class, because there are plenty of different ways of working this multiplication question out. Okay, there are a lot of different methods. Okay, if you haven't seen any method, I'm going to go through a few that I know that I want you to pick what's right for you. Okay, I'm not going to tell you use this method. I'm going to show you some methods and then you pick which is best for you. Okay, I've seen some on social media, oh, try this method. Again, it's what works for you. So let's go for a more old school approach, shall we say, the way that I was taught when I was in school. 28 multiplied by 36. Okay, now I can guarantee there'll be a couple of you now, or a few of you watching this going, oh yeah, this is the method that you've been shown in school, or this is the one you need a bit more help with, which is fine. Okay, so we've got 28 multiplied by 36. You'll notice I've put them on top of each other using place value. Looks very similar to the column method, but I've given a big gap here, and there's a reason for it. Okay, I'm going to concentrate on the 6 first. I'm going to ignore the 3, concentrate on the 6. 6 times 8 is 48. Okay, 8 down, carry the 4. So we've done 6 times 8. Now, 6 times 2 is 12. Add the 4 is 16. Now, because we're multiplying the next one by 3, it looks like a 3, but it's not. We're technically multiplying by 30. Now 30 is obviously a 3 and a 0. So I'm going to put a 0 in as a place value holder. I've concentrated on the 6, that's finished with. 3 times 8 is 24. Put the 4 down, so put the units down, carry the 10s. 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Add the 2 is 8. I've now got these two columns. I can then add them together. 8 add 0 is 8. 6 add 4 is 10. 8 add 1 is 9. Add the 1 is 10. So my answer then is 1008. Okay, there's that method. There's also another method called the box and grid method. 28 multiplied by 36, also known as the lattice method. We are multiplying 28 and 36. So let's fill in the grid. Now the way we do this, for this first little square here, we are multiplying 2 and 3. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6. I have 0 tens, 6 units. For this square here, we are looking at 8 multiplied by 3, which is 24. 2 tens, 4 units. In this square here, 2 times 6 is 12. 1 10, 2 units. In this last square, 8 times 6 is 48. Okay, now these lines here, or these ramps, are what we're going to be adding up now, all these numbers up the ramp. So the 8 is by itself. This next section here, now if I get a highlighter, I'll show it clearer. I'm going to add those together. 2 add 4 is 6, add 4 is 10, 0 carry the 1. 2 add 6 is 8, 9, 10, 0 down carry the 1, and then the 1 there. 1, 0, 0, 8. We know that's correct because our first method had the same answer. So more of an old school method, and then a box and grid method. Let's go for a different method. So we have 28 times 36. This time, similar to the box and grid method, but not having that grid element to it. So this is multiplication. We have 28, so it's 20 and 8. So using a bit of partitioning, 20 and 8, we are going to separate these numbers. 36 is obviously a 30 and a 6. We're going to multiply them together. Well, 20 times 30 is 600. 2 times 3 is 6. Add the zeros. 8 times 3 is 24, add the 0 for 240. 20 times 6 is 120, and then 8 times 6 is 48. And now I'm going to add all of these together. So we have 600, add 240, add 120, add 48, 8, 10, 10, to make 1008. You'll notice I've lined these up using the column method, line up using the place value with the column method to get the correct answer. Okay, now these are the three main methods that I use, and these are the most popular methods that I see in the classroom. Okay, any of them are effective, and all of them are effective. It just depends on which one you use. Okay, there is, I think it's known as the Chinese method. We have the different lines and they cross over. If that works for you, you carry on. Okay, personally, I find that a little bit harder for when we have bigger numbers, like 978. Having all of those lines may get a little bit confusing. Again, that's just my opinion personally. But these three methods I see regularly, and it's all about finding out which one's right for you. Okay, you'll find people of sort of my generation will revert to this method. Okay, this one is more of a new school sort of method, which I do really like, because it's just about times tables and then adding the digits. This one, be careful with the 0. Okay, that's the bit that people, if they do mess up, that's where it is. And this one here, people now and again forget to put the extra zeros on, and that's the only mistake you really can make there. So in terms of eliminating mistakes, maybe this one would be the best one to go for, because it's just times tables and then adding. With this one and this one, we have those zeros which can contend with making mistakes. Okay, so pick a method, even try them all. Practice, practice, practice. For every single one of these, use times tables. Let's practice our times tables. Let's get efficient, which will make log multiplication a lot easier. Hope it helps.